Hello everybody. In this video I will be working through the problems on the practice test, which is chapter 10 test form G. Let me write that down here. Test 10 form G. Number 1, it says use the triangle at the right, find the length of the missing side. So what we're looking at here is this triangle, something like that, with B, A, C, and if we know that A is 16 and B is 63, we need to know what C is. So A equals this, B equals that. Oh, that is messy. My gosh. Let's try that again. B equals 63, C equals what? Alright, so we need to find C. This is the Pythagorean Theorem. So we know that 16 squared plus 63 squared is going to equal C squared. I don't know what all that is, and you'll get a calculator on the test. So 16 squared is, I don't know, let's see, x squared, 256. 256 plus 63 squared is 3969. Add those up. What do you get? 2, 5, 6, 5, 1, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 2, 2, 5. Let's figure out what the square root of that is. 4, 2, 2, 5, square root, 65. Oh, sorry, 65 squared. So we know that C equals 65. Bam. Alright, next one. If B equals 2.1 and C equals 2.9, still using that picture from before, so we are going to do A squared plus 2.1 squared is going to equal 2.9 squared again, so I need 2.1 and 2.9. 2.1 is probably pretty easy, right? Because 21 times 20 is 420, so like, what? 441, so 44.1 or 4.11 or something. 0.41, something like that. Okay, so we have 4.41 and then 2.9, 8.41. Ooh, that'll be easy. So we subtract these and we'll get 8 squared equals 4, right? Because 8.41 minus 4.41 is 4, so we know that A is going to be 2. No problem. 3. A equals 65, C equals 97. So we know that 65 squared, which we know from earlier, but I forgot, plus B squared is going to equal 97 squared. So 65 squared is 4225, I remember now, plus B squared equals whatever 97 squared is. Sounds like a big number. 97 squared, 9409, subtracting 4225 equals 5184. So B squared equals 5184, and the square root of that is 72. Cool. B equals 72. Moving right along to 4. How long is the diagonal of a 9 by 40-inch rectangle? So if we have a rectangle that is 9 by 40 inches, how long is the diagonal? So that's just another A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So 9 squared plus 40 squared equals the diagonal, which in this case we'll call C. 81 plus 1600 equals C squared, so 1681 equals C squared. What do we think that's going to be? 40, we'll go with 41. Let's see. 41 squared, let's go 1681 square root. 41, so C is equal to 41. Or the, how long is that diagonal? 41 inches. So we always reread the problem because we need the units and we need to know what they're asking for. Bam. Number 5, a car travels 28 miles north, so starting somewhere, going 28 miles north, then turns east. Bam, goes east some unknown amount of time or distance, and the destination is 53 miles. Bam, 53 miles from the starting point. How far did the car travel east? Bam. So again, Pythagorean Theorem, x squared plus 28 squared equals 53 squared. So we're going to do, let's do 28 squared first. That'll probably be fastest way to go. So 784. So x squared plus 784 equals whatever 53 squared is. Something that ends in a 9, I'll bet. 53 squared, 2809. We're going to subtract 784 to isolate the variable. 2025, 2025. This sounds like something that ends in a 5. 2025. So square root of 2025 is 45. X equals 45. So we are rereading the problem. How far did the car travel east? 45 miles. Moving on. Number 6. Determine whether the given lengths can be the side lengths of a right triangle. Again, Pythagorean Theorem, just all over the place. 60, 91, 109. So, question is, does 60 squared plus 91 squared equal 109 squared? I don't know. 60 squared is 3600. Let's start with the easy stuff. 91 squared, something that ends in a 1, right? 91 squared, 8281 equals 109 squared. So that is, bam, 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 11881. Okay, looks like it'll probably work. Let's check. 1, 8, yeah, it's good so far. 8, 11, bingo! So number 6, determine whether the side lengths can be a right triangle. Number 6 is yes, it can. Number 7, we have 39, 80, 89, all millimeters. I don't know, 39 squared plus 80 squared equals 89 squared, maybe? Let's find out. 6,400, that's the easy one. 39 times 39, that's probably pretty easy, but let's just go ahead and do this for easiness. 1521. And then 89 squared, don't know, probably close to 90 squared. 89, 79, 21. Looks reasonable. Let's see, 1521. 1, 2, 9, 7. Bam. Yes, 7 works. Next one, 8. 18, 85, 87. So does 18 squared plus 85 squared equal 87 squared? I don't know. 18 squared is 324. 85 squared is 7225. And then 87 squared is 7569. 7569. Oh, 9 works. Let's see. So the 9. Nope, not a 6. Close, but no cigar. No. Didn't make it. Moving on. Number 9. Simplify each radical expression. Square root of 150. Okay. Well, I know that is 15 times 10 square root. I know that is the square root of 3 times 5 times 2 times 5, which is the square root of 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. So we can have 2 square roots there. So we have the square root of 6, and this is 5, so it's just 5 root 6. Easy. Let's fit number 10 on the same sheet here. So we got 45 n to the 5th. 45 breaks up into 9 and 5. We do know the square root of 9, so that's 3, and then the root 5 can just stay under. Now if we have 4 n's, or I guess we have 5, but 2 of those and 2 of those can become regular n's, so we have an n here and an n here, so n squared, and then we got another one left under here. 3n squared times square root of 5n is simplified. Moving on, number 11. Square root of 72n to the 7th. I know I'm going pretty fast here. Feel free to pause, rewind. I fully expect people will fast forward to the number they are most concerned about or checking on or whatever. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 is a square number. Ooh, 8 can go further down, so we have 2 times 2 times 2. So we have 3 times 3, so all those, we have some n's, 7 of them. Okay, so each pair we can pull out. So we have a 3, we got a 2. We have 3 pairs of n's, so we have n, 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 and then one's left over. So left over under here we got a 2 and an n, so it should be 6n cubed times the square root of 2n. Why am I writing diagonally? I am not sure, but that's okay. I have unlimited space here. So 6n cubed times square root of 2n is the answer. All right, number 12. We have negative 8 times square root of 54a squared. Ooh, and there's more, times 1/2 square root 36a. Okay? Let me just kind of cut off that so we don't mix up the problems here. 54 is, I don't know, what's that, 27 and 2. 27 is 3 3s. So we have that 2, okay, 3, 9, 27. Okay, so we get 2 3s. We can pull out one of them. So we end up with negative 8 times 3, and that a squared we can pull out, so times a, and then what's left in the root is 6. Moving over to this part here, which is still multiplication, so we'll end up combining them all in a minute. So we have 1/2 there, square root of 36 is 6, so we know that. And the square root of a is just going to still be under there. How lonely. Okay, so now we can combine. So everything outside the root, 6 times 1/2 is 3, times this 3 is 9, times negative 8 is negative 72. That's everything outside, with, oh, and there's an a right there. And then we have square root of 6a. Okay, double checking that with the answer. For 12, negative 72a times square root of 6a. Done. Check. 13. 2/3 times square root of 49t squared times 3/4 times the square root of 10t squared. Alright, 49, that's a square number. T squared is squared, so 7t. So we have 2/3 times 7t. And then we have 3/4. And 10 is 2 and 5, so nothing comes out of there, but a t does. So we have times t times root 10. So 2/3 times 3/4 is, we can, interesting, my pen colors aren't coming up. Weird, okay. 2/3 times 3/4, those 3's can go away. This can reduce to 1/2. And the 7, nothing exciting. So we have a 7 on top, right, because we're doing this essentially. So we have 7t times t. So we have a 7t squared times root 10 all over 2, right? Because this is top, it's a 1 on top. So we have 7 times 1 times 1 times t, so it's 7t squared times square root of 10, and the only number on the bottom is a 2. And nothing can be reduced there. Checking the answer, 7 t squared root 10 over 2. So the answer book has it written like this, t squared here. I think either one would be the same, so we're fine there. 14.